world of YouTube, true crime, tips, and everything else. We are going into a little destination of, what is it? Point Ridge. I'll have the name up in a minute. And it's right on the river. Everything about this story, I believe. But they are saying that the Mothman origin is starting to get the people thinking that it's fake. But I do not care what anybody says. I do believe this story. Due to the fact that we had a big giant bird around here back in 1961. Mind you, that came out of the Huckamuck Swamp. That's right. Native American dwellings. And getting to watch this video and took some pictures of it. This is supposedly the old location of a factory. They used to deal in the chemicals and stuff for World War II. And oh man, as much as I can say that they could be some missed print about this story, but I'm sticking with what I know and what they are and originally went with. And of course, this is the girl. I hope I got a good one. This is a PBS series, I guess. Or she's someone that, literally they picked up, but she's some kind of professor, I want to say, or a scientist or something. I don't know. She's something up there in the top level, but I'm sorry. Of course, this came out and premiered August 16th, 2019. There's a clip of her. This is her standing in one of the buildings at the site. Now, I wonder if that's got something to do with my picture or the damn area she's in. It was an animated film type thing, along with commentary, interviews. This is one of the things, I just like that setting, so I took a screenshot, but the animation had the Mothman come flying out. But the reason why I believe this is true is due to the fact of, our Thunderbird sighting with the police officer. And anyways, for what they have, and what have people brought up into this, segment of what it could have been that was out that night is a friggin' joke. Because more or less, they're going to talk about people's imagination in their mind and what they want to see or what they want to think is real. Which all in all, the legends prove through Native American history that these, legendary creatures are no joke. Especially when they had seen the Mothman on the bridge back in the 30s when the thing collapsed. But then they're going to say that, the bridge had poor welding and stuff. But the Mothman sighting, how about that was a sign? And because of the simple fact that people are thinking about, evil legends and laws, evil. They never thought once that something could have been, happening with the bridge. Of course not. They're thinking all about the devil and Satan. But all in all, in becoming in the setting of the land in this place, let alone, is enough for me to keep the original story real, that the land was cursed, Mothman was made, to go along with the Skinwalker, to go along with the Pukwudgie, to go along with Wendigos, and all the other creatures out there that were made, and so forth. Now it's a state park, I guess. I guess some of the structures are still in this park. It ain't no different than like the Rutland prison camp where you go check out their ruins. It has its own website. Check there. Oh yeah, there it is. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I would love to get to this place because I'd prove everybody wrong is right. Of course, they have their own museum. And they have all their pictures and newspaper articles that people drew. And, right, for the simple fact that they're going to sit there, oh man, I can't believe what kind of birds they're using, seriously. One of them I've probably already said, and that's the horned-eared owl, and the barn owl, mind you, with the big round head. Which, yeah, he pictures like this with the round head and the big wings. But where the hell do the people get the long legs and the tall body is beyond me. And, of course, the river is the Ohio River. And it's Point Pleasant is, right there, right on the river. And Native American history is rich in this area, very rich, especially in Ohio. So for them to say that this lore of the chief bringing a curse down on the city and the town at the time, and they're not going to go with it, well, I think there's something wrong with these people. One of these guys, this guy here, he's written a book. I think that's the guy who written the book for the Prophetcy movie with Richard Gere. And of course they're saying, oh, it's just a... I didn't get a clear picture on that. Here's another drawing in the newspaper of some forth. And as you can see, right, everybody that drew a picture of this massive beast always had legs. But they're going to say, oh, your imaginary friend in your head is making people believe that it's this and not that. Take your choice. My choice is already set. I will never change my choice due to the simple fact of what I know in my area, due to the Bridgewater Triangle. Bridgewater, yeah, that's right. Thinking water. What the hell's water? But the Bridgewater Triangle with the Huckamuck Swamp is one of the first key pieces in Native American cursed history. Because of the simple fact when the King Philip, Great Chief Metacom, did his war upon the white man, that place was one of the first swamps that he ran into during the war, and they disappeared. And that's where the thought of the devil came along. The Indians were the devil's hand. And they weren't. And then they went off, I guess they were talking about how this guy changed the title to Birdman, like Batman, but they started losing interest. It's like, what the hell? After the bridge, though, fall, I believe they were saying, this started to go away. No one even cared about Mothman, but, because of the tragedy. But I think that was a simple warning, is right, warning. And right, who's going to know or predict anything unless you have a mind like mine? Because everybody needs to be taught and learn. When you see these birds of Native American culture and stuff like this, that's right. If you're disrespecting the land, and obviously, and stuff is, or let alone They're just warning you. You got to take these in mind. Just like the owl warns you of death is coming. You got to spend that time with that family member if you know they're sick. Other than that, they're not evil birds of origin. They're not connected to the devil. And definitely Native Americans were not savages. Everybody was a savage back in the day because everybody wanted to rule the world like even today. So here's the barn owl that they spoke of. The red eyes, where does it come from? Of course, they're going to use the owl with the red eyes, because when you illuminate light to the eyes of an owl, they literally turn red due to something just like this. The tapetum lucidum, whatever the hell that is in their eyes, illuminates red. Then you get the great horned-eared owl. But these birds, I'll tell you something, and why I think that this is true. And when I was at the Hoosac Tunnel the second time, and I didn't catch nothing on my camera because I accidentally, for one, shut my friggin', and I found out last night I shut my damn volume off, or to record with audio for some damn reason. Excuse me, but due to the fact that Native Americans, and I was even saying it on my phone, and I did catch something on the phone, but my other 4K camera, I didn't catch nothing because I screwed up right with the volume, but I did catch a lot of stuff on the phone. But as soon as I left that place, not even 5 minutes away, a damn horned-eared owl flew right out in front of my car. It was at least maybe 10 feet in the air. That's how low it dropped from the ground. 10 feet from the ground. And amazing seeing that. And I did look up the horned-eared owl and the Native American totem pole. And if you're one of them natives back in the day that used to fight during the middle of the night, and you could he withheld the power of the night and do your warrior, stuff during the night. That's what you become, the horned-eared owl of a mighty warrior of the night. And me, I love the dark. As a small child, I was scared of it, but I have recently, for some reason in the past, I don't know, 20 years, I just have got immune to the night, love the night. For some reason, I could stand out in the night and just stare and don't care where I am and will not have no fear. Don't care if there's wild animals out there or not. And even at the Hoosac Tunnel being pitch black, oh man, I felt at ease. It's like a way for me to escape from the concrete jungle and problems of the world. But, having that owl fly out in front of me, that's a friggin' honor. But, like I say, that was at least 10 feet in the air. And I'm going to think that this is friggin' Mothman. I mean, not a Mothman. Or who the frick would we even think that's a Mothman? An owl with legs? Yeah, your imagination runs wild. I don't know, man. It's just nuts. Foot offshore. The red water. Oh. Now let's get into what they think the Mothman is. And I think they're a friggin' joke. So we're talking about the Ohio River and a pipe located about 1 foot offshore. Now, with this saying in the factory they had out there was for World War II and chemicals. And of course, there's a video I have up of a newspaper article that I found of the Nashua River here in Fitchburg, Mass, when it was completely orange. So yeah, you can just imagine what they dumped in the chemicals for this place. And it was red, as we'll get right here. So, if anybody's going to tell me, just like this, that a bird came about drinking this water and turned mutated. And that's what was out there. There's the Mothman, a mutated bird. Drinking water. You know damn well, anybody with common sense knows damn well that if a bird drinks chemical water, they're gonna die. They're not gonna turn mutated like the Toxic Avenger. You people, and I mean, I couldn't believe I was hearing this when they came out with this in this video. And this lady, supposedly some kind of scientist, you know, professor or whatever the hell she is, and even the people that are, and she's gonna believe that crap. I mean, she believes there's something out there, but it's not the Mothman. But it's a lore, it's a legend. It's not just, you know, it's a spirit made by Native Americans. And whatever the case may be, if it took that bridge down or not, it's just, you gotta understand the Native history. And then, yeah, you're gonna get, then there's the pipe right in the ground, right? So they must have blocked this off from the river. Or even a passageway that dumped into the river, right? But a mutated bird, come on. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'd like to go out there and, yeah, I'm gonna go give birds some chemicals like this and see if they turn into a creature with legs. And, you know, yeah, all right. Oh, man, I don't get it. What people come out with. Let alone if there's been animals that have mutated and had 2 heads or something. But to come out as a full-blown creature to jump out in front of your car, you people are insane. I don't know. I don't even know how chemicals could even make a creature live, let alone a fish with 2 heads. We'll just let that go for now. Of course, there's another pictures of the area. Old roads that went to the factories. This is what it used to look like back in the 30s or 40s. Yeah, probably, yeah, late 30s, early 40s, because you can see there's like a 32 coupe. Love them cars. Would love to have one. Here's the river today. This is, you know, they're showing how the swampland and river looked. And here's one of the culprits. Yes. Okay. What was this bird name? We're looking at a sandhill crane. Just because it's got this, which you tell me how in the hell that's going to glow in the dark. Like the eyes are supposed to glow, as they say. And it is a very 3 foot tall bird, but skinny legs. Now, I cannot see this standing in front of a car with its wings sprawled out. Put your imagination to use, as they say, and the thing's gonna show you its red head. Let alone, they're talking about, they said in this video that the eyes were big and like 2 inches by 3 inches wide. And what's this? How are you going to put that in the video and put this bird in the same friggin' video? That's like not even a goddamn centimeter eye or whatever. Not even a friggin' inch. And they're going to talk about big red eyes and... Okay, what the you sick... I can't even believe they would put this in the video. If I would have seen this for my documentation or documentary, I won't even put this bird in there. You frickin'... They did put it in the papers. But Jesus, man. I don't want to even think. Let alone a horned-eared owl, barn owl, a friggin' sandhill crane. Oh, boy. I don't know what's wrong with people. This is imitation, whatever. What the hell is it? Anyways, this is supposedly a picture of the chief at the time. Animation. This is an animation. They had a white man standing at the door coming in. You know, you see the lady down there, one of the squaws. in fear because a white man broke into their home, let alone gonna, start war, whatever, you know how it was back in the day. Bunch of scumbags come steal the land, and he put the curse on the town, Point Pleasant. Now they get this, they say this tale is fake. Someone did a play back in the 70s or something, 60s or 70s, and they put it in there that, oh, he cursed the town and made it up. And you know what? I will stick to my guns. I will put money on it. I will show everybody $100,000 that I could prove that this ain't fake. Get out of town, fake. No way. This is a mural of the bridge back in the day. Here's the Silver Bridge. This is what happened to the bridge. Rush hour collapsed on December 15th, 1967, and resulted in 31 vehicles falling into the river, killing 46 and injuring 9. Failed eye bar, joint, and weld identified as cause, result in congressional passage of National Bridge Inspection Standard in 1968. So a joint and a weld busted. So that leads me to believe, yes, that could have been the Mothman on top of that bridge. I don't know if it didn't bring a curse, or let alone gave a warning. Take it as is. This happened. Here's one of the wrecks being pulled out of there. Here's Point Pleasant today. And as you can see over here, the river that it runs along. And I think that's a new bridge, or it might be a railroad bridge, but that's right. Nice big Ohio River, and I'm guaranteed for damn certainty that this town is settled right over Native American dwellings. Here's another photograph back then of the bridge collapsed. There's the one part that went into the water. I mean, hey, it is a sad tragedy. Very sad tragedy. But you gotta be, it's the thing, man. You gotta watch out for them native curses. You gotta make sure that everything is well respected today. And these days, of course, they didn't realize stuff like this could happen if they did not respect the Native American spirits. But I want to say, just to be on the good side, that it was a warning. You know, it is what it is. You can't. Here's the bridge, I believe. I think that might be a new bridge, or it could be an old picture of the bridge, but I took it. So I was taking pictures as I was watching the video. And right here it is today. I believe rebuilt. Yeah, let me see. Even that isn't. Yeah, that might be it. What does that look like? Oh, yeah, that is the new one. This is what the old one looked like. It ain't got the points on it. As you can see here. There's a point and there's a point. Old one didn't have points, so that's the new bridge. But anyways, I don't care what anybody says. I go with it is true. Very true. The Mothman exists. I mean, there was a bunch of people back then gonna go catch this creature, and I guess a bunch of hunters even saw it. Chased it in the woods. Of course, this is what it supposedly looks like. Animated, they got it again. A statue out there. And of course, yeah, you see them big red eyes, and use a sandhill crane with the little dinky eyes. Yeah, and this thing's huge. And that's another thing, like I say, with why I believe. Because when Mount St. Helen blew in 1981, all Native Americans, there was a tribe that lived along the ridge of that mountain. The mountains are used for, you know, the deaths of chiefs. If anybody knows a little bit of history, if you don't, you will today, that they honor the mountains of past chiefs and warriors. And hell, like I say, with the King Philip War here in Massachusetts, they used Mount Wachusett as a threshold for their powwows, the stronghold. When they would go into battle, they would scream out from the mountain to let the white man know they were coming to battle. And all, even Mount Washington in New Hampshire, all of it, all about Native Americans. Mount Greylock, another story there. I'd like to get to that mountain too. Mount Chief threw himself off the mountain there so he would not be captured by the white man. And I'm pretty damn sure he put a curse on that mountain too. Then you got stuff like that. All origins back to Native American. And I guarantee that the Mothman too put money on it. Here's another structure, areas that are still left in that area. I couldn't get much good pictures. They was going by quick. Back in the day, this is what it looked like right here when it was built. I mean, when the factory was fully, there's different parts of it, but this is where they did all their chemicals. Come on with these stupid things. Aerial visuals of what it was. And like I say, the military had this out there. So, messing around, boys. Here's another real drawing of the Mothman. Of course, this one doesn't even look like it has arms. But it does look like the barn owl head. But still, that's a lady. This is a forest. Here's the road that leads to it. And this is something that happened in that day. I think it was in the 60s. And these two are driving down this road. Yeah, literally got chased. And they were talking about the glowing eyes. And these people in here sped up to 100 miles an hour. And that thing was still on their ass. That's the same thing with a skinwalker. No matter how fast you drive, you see that thing, it's keeping up with you. And that's what them things are made to do. So if you don't believe in Native American laws, and for them to say all these stupid birds, let alone, the horned-eared owl, there's something more, because, what I was saying about Mount St. Helens and why I believe in the mountains and da-da-da-da, bat squatch. Supposedly someone witnessed a friggin' figure similar to this. Wings fly out of Mount St. Helens. Cursed mountain? Yes. Native Americans around it? Yes. Everything to deal with Native American lore and legends. This is right up along with them. Hell, I even got reasons to believe that the Jersey Devil is a friggin' Native American spirit. So, I don't care what anybody says. I believe this, and I think it's true. And I just wanted to show everybody what they showed me. And one day I hope to get out there to that spot. I'll let you know. I'd love to get out to that spot. Right there. Something is there. Hell, it could even be protecting it. Till the next video, be safe, take care, and always believe. You'll never know if you disrespect the Native American land. you can meet the Mothman. Or any other one that exists. Hell, I even think that thing goes through the portholes too. Travels. Call me crazy. Out.